All right. All right. All right. Everybody gather round, gather round. Everybody gather round.
All right, I'm gathering round.
Everybody gather round, gather round. Everybody gather round. Pull up a seat. Call your friends. Call your enemies. Call your frenemy them. Call everybody. Tell them come.
Yep.
Tell them come.
Tell them to
Come and
come.
join us because today is going to be a sizzler.
Tell them to reach.
Yeah. So today, like I was talking to Simone about but unfortunately she's gonna be on the road. But I was like, yo, today you don't want to miss the live joint. Not today.
Yeah, not
I
today.
want to do a program like this on Grown and Married with her. And I said, but you're not ready. And she was like, well, yes, I am. I was like, nah, you're not ready.
Yeah.
You're not ready yet. Yeah. I don't want to make you blush on air and all that. Like you're not ready yet. So we'll get to it eventually. Yeah. So I'm gonna rock with my brother about it first, and then let her, let her get her feet up under her, because she already know how I get down, Yeah. And it's one thing when you and I are talking to each other and we don't have any sort of, because of your separate situations, you know what I'm saying? But if I start talking about some of this stuff to my wife, who has a different perspective on the thing because she has experience with whatever I'm saying, you understand? Then it could become, a little spicy.
No doubt.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see if I can see. My system is telling me we're on. I just need to make my phone get to it so I can find the video. Like, I'm looking for the video. Oh, look at that. There it is. Yo, what other thing is cool? Let me check. Yo, oh no, it's not gonna be live on the I want to see if it's live on the website, bro.
Oh,
I know the audio is gonna be live once it's on, but I don't know if it's possible, because YouTube funny, man. No, it's not that. It's marriage. Hello, y'all. Ain't for suckers. 4 comments. Wait a minute. Let me hit this so I can see who. Look, I'm here talking. Okay. Oh, Frenchie's in there. She waving. Nikki's in there. Raina's in there. Nikki talking about some woohoo. Frenchie talking about some student mode is on. 2 exclamation points. Yeah. This is not, listen, this is not like, this is for real, Quest. Like, today's for real.
Yeah, it's for real today.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, Justin's on. Yo, I think we should. Yeah. Okay. It's on, Quest.
Yeah. Love it.
Like Donkey Kong.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to give Brain a little second to unwind there, my man Quest, to get off of the serious thing and get on to this thing, just woosah, like, and we can talk about that other thing when we're done. And, because this is the day I need the flamingo out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. I want to hold on one second, L. David. Let me, because I know that they're on
Did you just call me L. David, or were you reading?
Yeah, I was reading your thing.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, did you say give me a second, L. David? I was like, what?
Yeah.
Just call me.
Because I want to go to
You want to share and share alike?
Yes,
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yo, I'm flagging for message today, man. I got my shirt. They came through in Jamaica. They came through Jamaica on the 100 and how much years cruise, anniversary cruise. So I went out to Falmouth and collected my. That's why I'm not wearing white today. I'm aware that this is my new uniform for a little while, man. That's just uniform. Stand up. Yeah,
no doubt.
Got 20 years with the magazine, Quest. 20 years.
That's big, B.
Over 1,000 articles, Quest.
That's big.
Yeah, over 1,000. Do you know? Over 1,000, man. That's historic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, so I'm definitely flagging for him. If I had a bunch of clothes, I'd wear them every day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the brand. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
You gotta rep for the brand. Hold on. All right. Boom. Bang. Boom bang.
6 comments. Okay, I need to keep this on.
Mm-hmm.
Stop getting distracted.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So for those of you joining us for the very first time, my name is Dave, and that's Quest. He's the one with the 120 on his head, and I'm the one with message on my left breast. And yeah, so we about to get live on Marriage Ain't for Suckers program, and we're going to talk about something we've talked about it before many times, but we're going to talk about the actual deal today. We're talking about, well, I'll get to it when it's time, but when it sounds like we know what we're talking about, that means we are LIVE. And
LIVE.
And they're wondering, Quest, like, well, if you're not LIVE now, what are we looking at? What are we listening to? I'm talking about the audio, y'all. The audio. So when you get a chance, go ahead and check out marriageaintforsuckers.com. We want you, excuse me, I'll probably say it when we go on air with the audio. I'll say it again, but we want you to go ahead and put your questions in, and we can try to address some of that stuff periodically. And that's what it is, man. Somebody with my surname, man. Serge Devon Harris. Who's that, Quest?
I think that is Serge from BU.
Yeah.
Brother. Just started getting on the men's calls with us. Wonderful,
what up?
brother. Wonderful, brother.
What up, man? All right. Yeah, so just give Quest a couple seconds and get the whatever he's doing that's so very important to the sharing flow.
Share.
We'll get popping on oh, that's an inappropriate way of saying it today, considering today's subject matter. Yo, so listen, I had to speak at a church the other night for a men's night. Yeah, in Hellshire, right next to the beach.
Very nice.
Yeah, and it was men's night. And guess what the title was, Quest?
What?
And it was only men.
What was the title?
It was sex, money, and murder.
Sex, money, and murder. Why murder?
That was my title.
Oh, okay.
And it was a discussion. It wasn't a preaching thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sex, money, and murder. And if you listen, man, it was a good night.
Yeah.
The men really, you know what I'm saying? Like the men really, yeah.
Well, good. They represented well.
Yes, man. And they were in it. So Nikki, why you ain't tell me that your husband and you know Jeremy Anderson well? Like Quest the only person that could know who Jeremy Anderson is. Like Quest and Jeremy, but I can't know who Jeremy. I know he run with him more than I possibly could, but I'm just saying, like, why you just say Quest? By the way, Quest. Like, okay, all right. He's not my best bud. Like, we didn't grow up together or nothing. We haven't been on the bus together, like on tour or nothing, but I know him too. I know who he is. Like, we cool. I've spoken to him before. It's all right. I'm not salty about it, man.
I'm my dude.
I'm Nikki, not that insecure.
That's my guy. I'll make sure that I hail him up. Actually, I'm gonna see him next week after.
Well, I'm not gonna see him. That's why she didn't say. By the way, Dave and Quest, my husband and I know Jeremy very well because I'm not gonna see him next week. It's all right.
Hey, Nikki, you know D get a feel away. You have to include D.
Actually, you know what's funny? People gonna believe that rubbish. I actually don't care because I like my man. That's my man though. But I'm not that insecure, dude.
Right. Well, let's get it cracking.
I'm trying to fill up the time, and I'm not a flamingo like Quest, so I just be making up stuff to say because he could make up all kind of
stuff. But
Dave, I got to just lie and make up stuff to get. All right. So you said we can go now?
Yeah, Mr. Harris said, oh, yeah, I'll go ahead. I was going to, Mr. Harris said he'd been listening to the podcast, Broham.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's keep it on the up and up, homie, because today's the day. All right. So, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I need you to keep it quiet on the set, and we're going to get going, Quest. Except you got to hit mute when I say quiet on the set. You got to hit it's right on your left hand, like hit the button that says mute, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go again. Yeah. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I need you to be quiet on the set. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What are we talking about today?
Yes, indeed. What up, what up, what up? It's your man, Quest. And welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. I am your host with the most, alongside my man, my mellow, my man, L. David Harris. Give it up.
Get up. Get it, get on. Get on the mic.
MMC.
What up? What up? Dope.
Like, I promise you, you sound like a dancehall DJ.
Class is in session.
I was like, yo, what's up with the reverb?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What up? What up, everybody? Welcome. Like, for real, man. I just got thrown off by your voice. You make it sound like that's like crazy. You know when Vincent Price talks at the end of the Thriller album?
Nah.
And you never listen to Michael Jackson Thriller? It's a classic. And then, and he goes, of the Thriller. Yeah, that's what that sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Man. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm your boy Quest. That dude over there with the Vincent Price laughing is your man Dave. Yeah, man. Real quick, D. I am so thankful for challenges and difficulties. I really am. And it's kind of it has a double feeling. I shouldn't even say double meaning, but I want them and don't want them at the same time. You understand? I want them though because I know that they make me better in some way, shape, or form, providing that I learn from the mistakes or learned from my responses to them. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And then I don't want them because, like, for real, sometimes I just don't want to deal with foolishness. And there was a particular person you and I were talking about that I had to deal with, like, in addition to a whole bunch of other difficulties. That one was just the Jimmy Superfly snooker off the top rope, kind of like elbow down on top of my head kind of thing. And like, for real, what I realized after, and let me tell you, I love my wife, man. I love Faith Green. Shouts out to Faith Danette Green. I call her by her entire government. Yeah, keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
She is like, her name, like, for me, like, is a constant reminder of, like, for real, I have a hope. I have something that I believe in. I got a belief system. You feel me? And while I was angry, at a certain point, I turned to her after dealing with everything I had dealt with on Saturday. And I was just like, yo, babe, I'm sorry for my attitude. Like, for real, I really just don't really mean to be like this, but I'm angry. And Faith and good nature, like, word to mother, she was just like, you know what? You have every right to be angry. But I was learning. And as I was learning, I was just like, yo, Faith, I get you. And I know you support me 100%. And I love you for that. But sometimes as I'm learning, as I go through this situation, just because I have the right to be angry sometimes doesn't mean that I should be angry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're teaching yourself self-control. You know what I'm saying? How, like, for real, some of us wear our emotions on our sleeve, D, and we walk around with a pan of gasoline and a light match. And anybody say anything to us wrong or say any, or do something to us wrong, we pour the gasoline and light that match and boom. You know what I'm saying? We blow the place up. But man, I'm just so thankful that I'm learning through it. I'm thankful for Faith, who was like mad supportive. I don't know if she pops in on the podcast when we recorded. So I don't know if she's in or not, but yeah, man, I'm just thankful for her, thankful for the challenges, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's really happening right now in this season, man. And like for real, as it relates to marriage, it's dope to have like your support team. You know what I'm saying? And she definitely is in this marriage thing, my support team. So shouts out to Faith. I love you like cook food. You don't know.
Yeah. Shout to Faith, man. Keep the faith. What I call it the other day when y'all was in the car? Faith.
Huh?
I call it something. I forgot. But I'm on keep the faith today.
Faith of our fathers.
I didn't say faith of our fathers. That would be corny. I'm not corny. Keep the faith is dope.
Yeah, keep the faith.
Fathers. That would make sense. Let me find feet though. That's good, man. I'm glad you're married to her, man.
Yeah, no doubt. So what's going on that side of the water, man?
Yeah, we good, man. And yeah, we good. I'm gonna just let Faye say what she's saying about, arroz con pollo. She love you like that, man. I just can't let them.
Come on. Oh, she in the building.
Yeah, man. Arroz y frijoles con coco. Yeah, let's get it, man. All right, so I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. No doubt. We good, man. Yeah, life is life, man. We're not right now having any parliamentary procedures having anything to do with Supreme Court nominees that don't want to answer direct questions or anything over here. Wow. But I'm just saying, like, we good.
Wow.
We good, man. Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
We good.
As it should be, as y'all should be.
Yeah, for now, I mean, yeah, there are trials, there are tribulations. Don't get me wrong. I'm not on vacation. It's rough, but I'm good, man. I ain't mad. Okay. I'd rather have a rough time where I'm doing it than rough time wherever else. So we good.
Good.
Life, man.
Yep. All right. Well, let's jump into the regular routine. You know how we do this thing.
Your time, man.
Yep. So new listener, man. Not a new listener. I know who it is. He goes by the name of Running Glasses. You know what I'm saying? Front, back, side, side.
Even I know who that is.
Yep. AB Select. You know what I'm saying? He left us a review. And I would say that Running Glasses is our listener of the week. And he said, best ever. And he gave us 5 stars. And he said, every time I listen to this podcast, I learned something new about myself, whether it's confirmation or an area where I need to tighten up. This is really a blessing. Yeah, shouts out to my man, Running Glasses, a.k.a. Steven Shears, who left us a review. And yeah, just a reminder, man. For real. We are in that season where we're trying to get our reviews up to a certain number. We always love to hear from you guys, what we can do to make these podcasts better for you, because we do them for you and you. You know what I'm saying? So that you can be better in this thing called marriage. And if you too want to be a listener of the week, stop by your podcast icon. It's usually on your iPhone or whatever device you use, and leave us a review. And you too can become a listener of the week.
Word up. I like it, man.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. Yeah. Keeping it moving. Shouts out to Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. Yes, indeed, man. A number of lovely things going on. Saving 7,000. Like for real, our school system, our public school system in the States. I don't know what's really going on, man. There's, I don't know. It's just different from the time when we were growing up. Although you and I went to like private schools. Like,
I mean, I went to Martin and Springfield in the summer too. So.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, even back then, public school was a little bit different than what it is right now. And shouts out to my big bro, Eric Thomas, man. He is on, like, for real, on the rampage to take our school systems over and really provide solid, you know what I'm saying, good education. And not just education in terms of book knowledge, but life principles, life practices, and life policies that make them not only smart, but allow them to be good citizens, man, in order to operate as well. So, we had the event this weekend, Saving 7,000. And if you want to donate, as we just go to the website, if you want to find out what kind of work we're doing, go ahead, go to saving7000.com, get all the information. And if you want to make a donation, please do. we can use the help. Like, you know what I'm saying? LeBron can't shoulder everything on his shoulders. You feel what I'm saying, D?
True.
Yeah, because I know he got the school started, but that's only one man in one area. So we're trying to do our part in the game too. Yep. So that's one side of it. And then, of course, if you're trying to, personal development, you want to be better at your business, whether you work for a company or you're an entrepreneur, you want to be better, you want to go to the next level, you need the tips, you know what I'm saying? All the solid information. We have let me tell you, some beasts in the game. Jamal King, big in real estate. Shouts out to Jamal. Josh Hatch, like for real, businessman extraordinaire. CJ, like for real, branding and like for real, just some giants in the game.
And the list gets longer.
Yep. And if you want to become better at the marriage, I'm running that over in that department as well. So yeah, man, stop by, see what we have to offer. And then you may want to join breatheuniversity.com.
Word. I like it, man. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I just want to know something, man.
Yeah, talk to me.
I don't see Ronnie Jackson here, man.
Yeah. I thought I would have saw him today. I saw him earlier on. I thought he would have been in here today, but you know how it goes.
All right, it's all good. Catch him on the replay. Yeah. Maybe I should say 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, but I'm not paying. Never mind.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah. But today's program is brought to you by Audible. Get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/marriage with more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your Android, iPhone, Kindle, or MP3 player. And today we are recommending Sheet Music, Uncovering the Secrets of Sexual Intimacy in Marriage by Kevin Leman. Good book, good stuff. Go get it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, it's one of them days, is it?
It's one of them days because the topic is
let's go.
The topic is going to be heavy today, D. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, we talking about sex. Let's talk about sex. But before you start singing. Yeah.
I ain't going to do it. Yeah. Because you're not paying. I know you're not paying.
Yeah. It's within marriage.
Oh, okay.
Marital, of course.
Okay.
We're talking about sex, but marital, of course. We're not talking about adultery and all of that negative stuff today, man. We're talking about sex, putting it on that positive flow. And I got a whole lot to say, Quest.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, man. So yeah, let me just get started, right? There's a couple
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I'll receive the message if you play the sender.
All right.
Yep.
Let's go, man. On the Grown and Married program with my wife, lovely wife, Simone. We're going to talk about it eventually, but I got to start it with Quest, the new Questament, man, because she going to blush. If I started with her, she going to blush, man. So I got to, because I'm a preacher, Quest. I'm a teacher. Like, I'm an evangelist and all of that, but I'm also a sexpert, Quest.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? I'm a sexpert.
Yeah, let's talk about it. And marital, from the marital.
But that's all I'm talking about right now. I said that already. I said, and y'all can read, right? It said marital, of course. So I don't welcome any slick or sneaky inquiries because I am married, right? To Simone Christina Harris. I put her whole name out there, Quest.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. But anyway,
twisted.
That's why I got to start with my brother, because at that point she would have started like blushing when I said I'm a sexpert.
Yeah.
Because she like who could be listening right now? But we're talking about it because what happens is, man, it seems like only mostly people who have no scruples, who don't have your best interest at heart, they're the ones that get to talk about this stuff all the time. But the people with something like vital to offer, like we get all funny, start blushing and half saying stuff because for whatever reason. So here are a couple of categories I want to talk about today, if we can get time for it. I don't know, Quest, here Let's it is. Y'all ready? So today I want to talk about staying healthy in mind and body, learning how to pleasure your spouse. I said pleasure. I did say pleasure in a sentence. Ban or evict all others from the marriage bed. 2 more. Expect the best from your spouse. Quickies, sneaky, and full-on romantic. All right.
Yeah.
So here we go, man. I ain't scared of none of y'all, man. Here we go. Let's start with staying healthy in mind and body, Quest.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give a couple of examples and we jump off of that one, right? So yeah, there's this thing called ED, right? And it's not education.
Say it
it's
again.
Called ED, like
ED.
like David.
All right, let's get
not
it.
David, but not David. But there's this thing called erectile dysfunction, and it's a dysfunction. And generally that happens, and I'm not trying to be scientific or nothing, but generally that happens because your body's not right. Anything that can clog the arteries can clog up your erectility. I just made that word up. It's erectility.
I'm about to say, is that a word, D? I ain't mad though.
Yeah. So if your privates are not working, brothers, and I'm not trying to be funny about it, because this is not joke time. This is grown-up time. Like if your privates are not working and you're not sick or something, that's a total different discussion. But if it did work and now it doesn't work, like it doesn't stand up where it's supposed to be standing, then real talk. Like generally, whatever slows the blood is going to slow that process down. So if you're eating a high fat content diet, if you're not getting enough vegetables, not enough rest, not enough exercise, all of that, then, look into it. But we're going to talk about it just in general in a second. Low libido, men or women, and exercise. So we need to stay healthy in body and mind.
Yep.
All right, let's go, Quest. Let's go. Healthy body and mind. Let's go.
Let's go. Healthy body and mind. Well, first and foremost, there's some practices that some brothers do, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, that will, just in layman's terms, will mash up your body. You know what I'm saying? There's some brothers that are into some things, you know what I'm saying? Some things that you shouldn't be into if you married, you shouldn't be into, period. But however you got there, you into it, and it's causing you to perform a certain act. You know what I'm saying? And you and I talked about it before from a medical standpoint, with masturbation. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, this is sounding more like when Simone and I talk about it. I figured my man Quest would just drag the word on out the closet. Like,
well, I know we got listeners to it.
You got to ease into this.
Ease them into.
Okay, it's true. Yeah. So don't do that.
Faith to tell you, I don't have no lock on this joint. Sometimes she got to just put her hand over my mouth because. It's kind of like Simone, but I want to ease them into it. But needless to say, D, and you can talk a little bit more from you said healthy body and mind, right? Yeah. And I believe the two are one and the same when we talk about sex, because if you have a ill idea of how this thing is supposed to be carried out, like for real, we got some brothers that's addicted to porn and, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of other stuff, D. Yeah. And then when you go home or when you start performing, the act with your wife, you're trying to turn your wife into a porn star, and your wife is not a porn star, B. And then on top of that, because you so far into it, like for real, when she can't do what she's supposed to do for you, you know what I'm saying, and you watching the stuff that you're not supposed to be watching, like masturbation comes into play as well. But even that is an unhealthy act on yourself, because it's bad for the actual organ itself and the separation from. Oh, come on, D, you could talk about it, because more about the medical.
So here's the problem. I mean, there's we're Christians, so, and I know that all Christians don't necessarily agree, but generally Christians agree that you shouldn't like masturbate. I'm not going to get into all of that, but that, so I'm starting from that baseline, right? And I get it. Like there's a lot of sexologists and others that say it's good for you, but we not into that, right?
Absolutely.
So I was talking to some brothers the other night at a church, and it was at church. And it was for all men. We were talking to men at church, like with the microphone kind of thing, not no secret discussion, right? And when you think about it, like, and I'm not trying to be graphic, but y'all know what a penis looks like.
Come on.
There's this organ called like prostate. And a lot of times people like disrespect the prostate and don't realize what, like, right? So like the prostate is sitting like below like everything, right?
Yep.
So if a man is erect, it's not a dirty word for those of y'all blushing already. He's erect. Prostate is hidden. It's under, right? And now, like if you're having like normal sexual intercourse with your wife, gentlemen, good Lord has been kind enough to make it so that like it's an opening and it's lubricated. And if it's not lubricated, they got stuff in the pharmacy and drugstores that you can buy to help deal with that, right? But in any case, like you have an outie, she has an innie. outie goes into innie, and it's going in and it's coming out, right? There's no per se choke point.
Yep.
Right. So now if you have this organ that is standing up, or whatever way yours works, that's your business, right? But now you have this prostate that's somewhere below it, but you have like this stout organ that's not going in and out. Now it's being choked and held, and now it's like it's hitting on the prostate.
Yep.
Y'all hear that? Technically, it's not a natural movement. And so basically the prostate is being abused by the activity because it doesn't have that natural in and out fluid motion. No matter how y'all do it, it's your business, it's with you and your spouse, right? But it's not being at a choke point, and it's not hitting the prostate. And besides that, now you have this thing, it's a nutrient, it's called zinc, Quest.
Yep.
And every time a man ejaculates, he loses like zinc, right? And the body takes a certain period of time to replenish that. Some say 3 days, right? Yep. So if you ejaculate one time, that's 3 days of zinc needing to.
It's funny because I know exactly where you're going with this.
and if you and if you ejaculate 2 times or 3 times because you're a stallion in that day, now you got 9 days of replenishment. And I'm saying there's always variations on it. But hear what I'm saying to you. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Like, what happens if your zinc is depleted? Long-term effects, prostate problems. Long-term effects, macular degeneration. So when the old people used to say, and I never understood it then, like they used to say, oh, if you masturbate, you'll go blind. And you used to think, like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, that's not true. But
even before that, your parents used to say, if you play with it, you'll go blind. But
that's the same thing, right?
It's the same thing, yeah.
So it's like, I'm not trying to tell y'all you're gonna go, but
not necessarily, because Mason is too, and he's figuring the whole, and he's always.
But that's different. We're not talking about that. Right. Finding it when you're a babe, that we ain't talking about that.
Right.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. So yeah, so there's this thing called macular degeneration, and zinc, and its relationship to zinc is not debatable, really. And if those two things go together, you can end up with prostate problems and eyes problems. Besides that, it mess up your head because it's not natural. People will say it's natural because it's your hand, your body, or whatever you do, but it's not a natural movement.
Yep.
It's not a natural motion. It's not fluid like it's supposed to be. And one last thing about the prostate. Go ahead.
Not only that, D, but the pressure that's held onto it is not the same pressure with that of the female organ.
You mean the organ that was made for it?
Exactly.
Oh, right. Yeah. So you're not injuring the organ when you're doing natural intercourse with your wife.
Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. So here's the other thing. Like, some of the older guys would understand this. Like, some of y'all, when you use the bathroom at night, you go to sleep and you get up back again and have to go pee again, urinate again. And then when you're done with that, you have to get up again and urinate again because the bladder is not emptying fully. Well, why is not the bladder emptying fully? 9 times out of 10, it's because the prostate is inflamed. And when the prostate is inflamed and the urethra comes up through the prostate into your penis, and of course, that's the route from your bladder and out so you can use the bathroom. If the prostate is inflamed, that means that the urethra is constricted to a point you don't fully empty, and you got to keep going back to the bathroom. Why? Because you never finished emptying the first time.
Not to mention, and this is not a regular thing that happens with men, but that's the kind of stuff that's that allows you to have a UTI.
There's no question. Back up. I mean, it's a backflow. And so what happens is you have to go to the doctor, and the doctor got to push on your what do you call it, prostate. And you have to hold this little thing, not just for the normal exam, but hold this little thing so you can collect whatever comes out. And then they have to test it and see is what. And then they're going to prescribe something that's going to relax your prostate. You don't want your prostate relaxing, because when you're supposed to have intercourse with your wife and your prostate's relaxed, when it's time to have an orgasm, it doesn't go like this. And it doesn't do what it's supposed to do with semen and so forth.
Absolutely.
There's so many things, man. And I'm gonna just stop there because I get technical, Quest, but
yes,
don't play with it, man. Literally, like leave it alone. Like don't do it. So healthy body, healthy mind, good exercise, keep your blood flowing, just generally good cardiovascular treatment of your body is also going to help men and women sexually. I'm not going to get into the details of women masturbating, because that's a whole nother discussion too, but it's not healthy for either.
Yep. And I think this is a place, D, to interject. The fact that information changes situations. Well, let me go a step further. Information applied changes situations.
Yes.
I think if men knew a little bit more about their wives and wives knew a little bit more about their husbands, sex wouldn't actually be an actual issue the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, there's decisions that you got to make even in terms of your love life as it relates to the two of you. That's why you're not cheating and infidelity and all of that other stuff. If you knew the seriousness of how your wife's emotions and her motivation towards the physical part, how those two connect. And if women understood the physiological, issues that men go when they build up, and that between their physical act of sex, if we knew that a little bit more about one another, as it relates to the information that you just given, D, I think, sex would be less of an issue between husbands and wives. Yep.
Yeah, man. On the issue of health, now I'm just going to touch one little other thing, because I gave you the general baseline. Anything that improves cardiovascular health is also going to improve your sexuality, right? And I'm being very generic because we don't have the time. But there are some people, because of age, I'll just keep it in the age flow, where your prostate may not be functioning right, or women, because you're entering the premenopausal state or you're already full in the throes of it. I'm just going to recommend two products, man. One is for women, and the woman one is essential because women have a difficult time finding a product that will address the hormonal differences and all the other differences that come with premenopause and full-on menopause, right? And so I'm gonna recommend FEM, FEM plus. It's a plus sign. If you're in premenopause or you're in full-on menopause, you're tired of the flashes, you're tired of your libido not working, you're tired of dry vagina, you're tired of your mind just saying, nah, I'm not into it. You're tired of your vagina hurting when you're supposed to have an enjoyable time, because years before you had an enjoyable time with your husband. FEM plus. It is only one place you can get it, basically, and that's from the source, Dr. Scholl's FEM plus. I just saved your marriage, ladies. Gentlemen, same thing. It's not the only thing, but there's one that I do know, and it's an herb. It's called horny goat weed, but I'm not recommending the herb by itself this time. If you go to Amazon.com, you can look for Zhou, ZHOU. It's the company, and their horny goat weed actually has more in it than just that herb to address that. And listen, even if you're going on good, gentlemen, as they say, this is actually good for the women too. But
you're going on good.
If you're going on good already,
sorry.
Listen. No, go on, go take it again. Try it out anyway. It's herbal. It is not stimulant, and it is not with animal products.
Come on,
if that matters to you. So Fem Plus for women, and not just any horny goat weed, which you can get anywhere. I'm sure that it would serve you well, whatever. But Zoe Nutrition is the one that I'm talking about with the horny goat weed supplement, because you get older, things don't work so good, and you want to tune them up so they can work good again. Save your marriage. I'm telling you, if you're over 40, you better listen to me. Listen. You better learn something.
I just want to make sure you said, did you just say tune it up?
Yes, I said tune it up.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. Okay, keep moving.
Didn't we go to a marriage tune up? Didn't we do a marriage tune up with Pastor Paul? We did. With some other people? Okay.
So we did.
Yeah, I forgot tune it up. You can't just drive in them and they don't tune it up.
Absolutely. Oil changes are necessary. Yes,
all right.
Yes, it
all right, Quest. We just got warmed up. So
all right. Topic number 2. Let's get it.
Now we need to learn how to pleasure. No. Now you need to learn how to pleasure your spouse.
Yeah. Let me say this before you even go into learning how. We grown, right, D?
Yes, sir.
you
Look at that.
you're both. Yep, both of us are husbands, right?
Yeah, and happy.
Yep. And if we're husbands, that means that we have wives, and if you are a wife, then you have a husband, which means you're grown.
Yep.
What like, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know if it's crazy or what. I don't understand amongst husbands and wives is that you having sex, but you're not talking about it.
Grown people.
I'm going to say it one more time. You having sex, but you're not talking about it. How? Like, I'm not a mind reader, and neither are you. So therefore, like, for real, and I'm going to keep it 100. Certain positions work for certain people, right?
Yeah.
Others work for others. I'm not going to get into the particulars or the details of, I believe that there's certain things that you should not be doing in terms of sexual acts. Like, the word declares that the marriage bed is not defiled. And
you mean not going into exits?
Here's the part that. Here's the part that I'm talking about. Just because your spouse agrees to a certain thing doesn't mean it right. So in other words, like, your spouse agreed to a threesome. That's not ordained. That's first and foremost. Like that's not, the sex is reserved for one husband and one wife.
True indeed.
Alone. Right. So that's one side of it. But how am I going to know what pleases you or doesn't please you if we're not mature enough to have a conversation about it?
Yes. Right? Understood. Yeah.
Like, and here's the funny thing. Yeah. There are a lot of husbands and there are a lot of wives who are going through the whole act of sex with their spouse time and time again. It's not the fullness of the actual physical act that they could be experiencing. Right. And there's another side to that. I do believe that sex is a plus in addition to the connection between the two people. So in other words,
bonus. Definitely.
Okay, that's the bonus, right? So really the sex takes place outside of the bedroom before it happens in the bedroom, right?
Right. We did a full intimacy program before.
Right.
So we got to the deep part before. Right. We just never got to this part this time. Yep.
But sometimes as a husband and wife, you know what I'm saying? You might want a little quickie, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. It might pop off. Hey, meet me at the house for lunch or whatever the case may be. Right. And so you need to be able to know and to understand, right, what turns your wife on, what turns your husband on, right, what, positions, if you will, they like, what positions you like. And there's only one way for you to find that out is to talk about it. Right. Yeah. So yeah,
well, perhaps
that's my yeah.
Well, maybe and I agree with everything Quest just said. I'm not going to say but there's another thing too, Quest. I agree with you because I know you're talking about the principle.
But I love my dude, Jake. Jake said, "Oh yeah, we talk."
Yo, yeah. So hear what, man. There's this thing called attentiveness.
Oh, come on.
Like, if you're gonna dance with your wife, Quest.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have to like ask her which way she's going?
No.
Like, do you have to like open your eyes or make sure you look down at either her chest, because the chest is a predictor of where the body's going, or look down at her pelvis because sometimes the hips are a predictor of which way a person's moving. Do you have to
look? But I just look because
I said have to.
Oh, okay. Oh,
that's what that was a qualifier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not do you? Because of course you do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, there are certain things, like when you have hands on, you have body on.
Yeah.
You have a mind that's attentive. You have a body that's attentive.
Yeah.
And all of it is electrical. All of it is chemical.
Yeah.
You understand? Because if you don't believe it's electrical, then take out your spinal column and see, and let's just see.
Yeah.
That's why the tasers work, for most people. Right, Officer Craig? Yeah. So this the autonomic nervous system it can also be a good thing. Mm-hmm. And so there are times that we talk about it, true indeed, but there's this essence, man. Like, there's this thing, they call it chemistry, right? Mm-hmm. We should be so attentive that we can tell when the body's responding a certain way, man. Mm-hmm. And if we don't, that's fine. But we just need to learn how to listen to see, to sense, to feel where the body's going and where it's not going, where the mind is going. Absolutely. In preparation for the body to follow. And so these are the kinds of things that we need to become students of, and be careful how you study. I ain't getting into that today, but I'm talking about studying your spouse in this case. And we got to set the table for extreme pleasure. I wanted to say extreme pleasure, Quest, because it's not always that way, but there are times that it really is. And, and you have to be attentive to get there, bro, for both of you to be on the side.
I find it that it is so dope that, like, for real. I mean, when you're in marriage, you just got to be attentive, period, D.
Real talk.
Do the math. When you talking, right? Yeah. Or you're about to have a conversation, you need to create the atmosphere for that, don't you?
You better. If you want it to be successful.
I'm sorry. And when I say create the atmosphere, D, I'm talking about
niggas alert. The dude's he's allergic. You're allergic to it.
Oh man, come on. I'm saying when you're about to have a conversation, you want to make sure that you've eaten. You want to make sure that you haven't had a headache. You know what I'm saying? You want to create the atmosphere, right? And in creating the atmosphere, you don't want to catch her when she's doing 1,000,001 different things. You want to have her undivided attention. You don't want her to catch you when you know what I'm saying, concentrating on something different or trying to do something. You want to agree on a particular time. I find it funny that you set the atmosphere for that, and you need to set the atmosphere for sex as well.
Yes.
You need to understand that how a woman reaches climax is emotionally long before it's physically. So in other words, if it was a graph, men would reach climax like this: pong, pong. Right.
So there's a high peak and a deep valley for generally speaking.
Of course. Okay. And there is a speed limit too. Like I shouldn't say a limit, but men get there a whole lot faster than women do because, like, for real, for women, it's more emotional. Right. So we talked about this before. In order to get to your wife's body, you got to get to it through her emotions. So in other words, if you're planning to have sex on Wednesday, chances are you might want to start from Monday. And I know some dudes is like, how do you start having sex from Monday? Let me help somebody out real quick, D.
Yeah, save it.
She goes to work. She gets to work. Yeah, send her a text. Yep. Send her some flowers. Say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Randomly, out the blue, just send her some flowers to her job. Because I found out there's a difference between when she gets flowers at home and when she gets flowers in front of everybody.
Bragging rights flowers. Yeah, those are different.
I'm talking about you can't lose with those, especially when they come by the desk. Oh my God, those are beautiful. Where did you get those?
When they do what? When they do what?
Yeah. Where did you get those? You know, the women do that, right? They do that thing right there. And then you know, the women could be like, oh, my husband sent these for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They feel
you're newlyweds. You just got married.
No.
We've been at this.
We've been at this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then that's Monday. You know what I'm saying? When she come home on Tuesday, you make sure everything is clean from top to bottom. She walk in and ain't nothing to clean up, or, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of things. You set the tone. By time Wednesday roll around, she come home, you know, whatever her music is, you turn that joint on, you know, her little Luther, whatever the case may be. Like, for real, create the environment. How
old are you? You said Luther? How old are you? Did you say Luther?
Yeah, I did say Luther. I'm sorry. I love grown folk music, bro. Yeah. You know, a little, you know, the elements, earth,
wind,
fire. Because that's how it's going down on that Wednesday. If you do everything right from the Monday, you feel what I'm saying, D? I'm saying create the environment. And if you know the differences between the two, like for real, for me and you, D, my wife just got to do this and I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just got to walk past me one good time and she smell good. And I'm chasing her around the house.
Yo, I gotta have the chicken pox with a fever of 104.
I'm just saying.
I'm good. Let's go.
I'm good.
However, all right, so we got that. But okay, so we talked about, she's speaking Spanish now, man.
Oh, yeah, you already know, boo. You already know. Yeah, I love it. Hey, boo. Yep. It sounds like it's gonna be a good evening. Yep. Go ahead, as you were.
Yeah. So you working the plan now, Quest. You cannot use this program to work the plan. That is inappropriate.
I'm just saying,
you cannot use the program to work your plans, Quest.
I'm just saying, if you can multitask, then
all right, carry on. But anyway, so we talked about the deepness, like I said, during our intimacy program.
You say that egg needs salt.
there's a physical intimacy. There's a physical preparation part for the act as well.
Absolutely.
And I know that every man and every woman is not the same. So don't write me, what I mean? Don't say it don't apply to me. That's not my business. Really and truly, it's not my business. But so all I'm saying, if you are the stereotypical man and woman, that's right, Strick, set it up. Then yeah, if it's time for the physical part, I'm saying, and you're setting the mood, there are some rounds that you need to be making. And you know what they are because you're supposed to know your own wife, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Right. That you need to be making so that by the time you really, man, gets physically started, she's already started too. Like she's in the car too. Like you didn't start the car and leave her somewhere, if you get the analogy. And then when you're ready to go, then you're gone and she's left at the curb. Like you're already to the point where y'all can run together. You can go together. Did I say go together? The opposite of go. Don't say it, please, Quest, because I did not change the rating. The opposite of go. Yeah. And y'all can do that together.
You sure I can't? I
didn't change the rating. I don't know how to. I didn't put the thing.
I thought it was for grown folk. I thought. Okay,
no, for real, Quest. I did not put the rating that says explicit content. And I don't know if I say that, if it's going to jack up the program.
All right, go ahead.
You understand what I'm saying? So the opposite of go. So you get to a point knowing your wife in this case to where you can go, or the opposite of that, together because, dude, once you learn, gentlemen, and I'm speaking on the man's part because I'm a guy.
Come on.
We'll have to get the ladies on together one day, right? But once you have learned to control your urges, control your body, so that this can happen together.
Come on.
No divorce. I'm just telling you. Because this is a code, and it's unfortunate, Quest. It's a code that most men have never cracked. And I'm thinking, but we learn how to, like, we learn so we can get a PhD, a THD, a JD, an MD, our certification for this and for that. But something as natural and organic as this, some of us don't even bother to figure out how to, like, even my own body. Like I can't control my own body. Like I can't wait. You can't wait. Like, figure out what it takes for your body to slow down, gentlemen, so that you and your wife can opposite a go together. I'm gonna just leave it at that because I know I'm gonna end up getting too much, but too much. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm keeping it real basic today because if Quest and I at the same time, then we had to shut the program off and
we're gonna have to change the rating.
Webinar or something.
Yep. All right.
Next one. Let's get off of that one. And we'll go to Frenchie's subject because she remembers the time that we did 2 programs before. Yes. Ban or evict all others from the marriage bed. And this is what I'm talking about today, Quest. I said ban or evict all others from the marriage bed. That means pictures, Quest. I'm shouting. Yes, I'm shouting. That means pictures. Stop looking at people that are not your spouse and that kind of stuff, that whatever makes you get aroused. Don't look at that stuff. Don't look at it.
No, and I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak on working. Because you can't work from the outside in. You got to work from the inside out.
All right, here we go.
Like for real, husbands, you think that it's all about your wives doing a particular thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you the only one that got eyes. If your wife wants to see you in a particular thing, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's not compromising to the point where, you know, I mean, it might be some feminine stuff.
Careful.
Feminine stuff.
Quest.
Yeah, I'm keeping it 100, D. They, like, for real. Sometimes there's some wives who want to see their husbands in a nice little, you know what I'm saying? Like a little, for lack of a little Speedo action. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily the thing that Faith wanna, and I ain't trying to create no mental pictures for any men, but I'm saying that's for your wife.
That's their business. Yeah, let's go.
But I'm saying, like for real, I need to be fair. You understand what I'm saying, D? I feel the need to be fair, and I need to stand up for the ladies. So if the ladies want to see your husband in a particular, as long as it don't compromise his little manhood, fellas, like for real, do that for her, because I can guarantee you what you don't do for her.
Somebody ready,
be ready, right? And then ladies, some of you, like for real, you got married, you got comfortable, you stopped buying the lingerie. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, your husbands like to see their wives in the little lace, you know what I'm saying? The teddies and whatever else there is. Like for real, D, I'm telling you.
Yeah, do whatever it takes.
Working from the inside out. You don't seal up the breaches from the inside. Like for real, that's why your wife looking at, that's why your husband looking at, because like for real, if your spouse dressed up and put the stuff on that you like, right? Would you have a need to be looking elsewhere, D, unless you had an issue or a problem? Like for real.
Different.
Huh? Yeah, unless you had an issue, exactly. Like you know, you got some strange addiction. Like for real. Dress up for your husband, dress up for your wife, like for real. Enjoy it. You was doing it. This is what kills me. You was doing all of this stuff before you got married. You know what I'm saying? When you got old enough before you got married, you was taking little vacations away with the dude you was dating, the little jump off or some whatever it was that's casual. Now you got married and you done slipped into the comfort zone and you ain't doing the stuff no more. So somebody else who wasn't even your wife or your spouse or your husband at the time enjoyed that better than you enjoying it now. Oh, okay. All right.
And it wasn't even sanctioned.
All right. All right. And it wasn't even sanctioned. That's the funny thing. It wasn't even ordained for you to be doing it that way. Now it is ordained. Now you can do it and you ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So you went all out for somebody else who didn't even commit to you.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on.
Let's go.
Come on. You don't went in the comfort zone now.
Yeah, let's cut off. Let's done with the pictures, ladies and gentlemen. Let's done with the movies. And please don't. And listen, this is my opinion. And if you don't agree with it, that's your business. Because I'm not telling you what to do for your marriage per se. We're talking about it in the open so you can decide what it is.
Yeah, man.
But I'm saying, you want to mess around, do not watch those nasty movies.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
No, I shouldn't say nasty because nasty is relative, isn't it? Yep. Yeah. Don't watch people having sex.
Yeah.
Don't watch people in sexual circumstances. And please, do not welcome your spouse into that environment. Years ago, a woman that Simone and I are friends with who has a shop, I'll just call it a shop. Like she has a lot of things, including a massage parlor. And it's not a sexual thing. We're not talking about that. But in her shop, she has, we're done, but we're not done yet. So she has this shop, right? And she's like, elder, talking to me like, I need you to come and check this book and see, we can get it done quickly and see what's in the book and see, what do you think about it? Right. So I'm like, all right, I go and she shows me the book and I look at it for less than a minute, bro. And I was like, dude, don't take that home to your husband. It's a book of sexual positions with high definition pictures, hundreds of them.
Nah.
High definition pictures.
Why would you do that? Men are visual.
Of naked people, bro. Naked people having intercourse in HD in this little book, and it's supposed to help the marriage. And I was like, don't do it, sis. Like, do not do it. Like, and like that is, y'all can say it enhances your marriage, but it really just drags however many people in them pictures into your bedroom, and it's not safe. I'll just keep it like
D. Men are visual. That's why when you driving down the highway, like, okay, let's say, for instance, my wife break me off last night. I'm driving down the highway.
Break me off.
We had sex the night before. I'm not saying. I'm just saying hypothetically.
I just wanted to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm driving down the highway, right? I look up and I see a woman scantily clad, right? Yeah. Now I'm not thinking about the woman. I'm really thinking about my wife, right? But if I keep going down the highway and like for real, we're visual. It don't take much to trigger that, right? So when I come home, my wife is like, "Why is he chasing me all over the house?" I'm chasing because, like, for real, my whatever you want to call it, has been stimulated. Why? Because I'm seeing stuff. Now you're going to bring that home to him?
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
This is the reason why, D, I'm saying the same thing that I said when we first started it was you have to understand how your spouse is wired. You need to understand as a man that your wife is emotional. You need to understand that your husband is visual. So if he see you walk across the room in your bra and your undergarments, immediately he's like, that's why I made the joke. I mean, I think it's funny, but it's true. When my wife gets out the shower, I'm like, yes. You know what I'm saying? When I get out the shower, she's like, bruh, stop dripping water all over my floor, right? That shows you right there the difference between how she's not motivated visually. Well, let me not say that she is, but yeah.
Let's pause on that, because the books that the kind of stuff I'm talking about, especially it because these guys know what they're doing when they create these books.
Yeah.
They put filters over the lens.
Yeah.
They put an empathy and they put a passion into the posing. So it's so while in even in your scenario, while the guy may see naked bodies, now he's sexually aroused. The woman potentially is seeing the passion in the man's eyes, the way he's holding, the way he is not doing whatever the negative thing is. The fact that this woman, she can live vicariously through her because this woman is satisfied. But when's the last time me as wifey has been satisfied? So like we can play ourselves. And I know that's not what you're saying, but people are already kind of building up a wall to say, all right, I'm gonna find a way so I can do it. So since I'm not stimulated that way, then I can go do that. But no matter how you cut this, you're going to mess around and jack your marriage up. If you don't believe it, I'm so sorry. I'm going to say something real quick. We move to the last couple and let's get it done, man. Let's get them out. We've been holding them off. She got it. Okay. So so we'll just be done here and probably have to do a part 2.
No, we definitely got to do a part 2.
Yeah. Let's just ban unnatural behavior. On that, I said evict all others from the marriage bed. We already know evict people, so we're evicting pictures, we're evicting movies, and unnatural behavior.
I'm gonna say this, and we could pick it up on the next one. We pick up part 2. Do me a favor, stop having them kind of conversations that you be having with people that's not your spouse.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing. I don't even gotta explain it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Stop flirting with people that's not your spouse.
Yeah. Leave the exits to where they exit. If there's a part of your body that is trapping waste, do not open it unless you're using the restroom. Leave it alone. You understand what I'm saying? That's not natural. This is a sphincter and it keeps back waste.
Come on.
So don't do it.
We just gonna have to do part 2.
It's not natural. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. And I just need to find the right button to let y'all go. And shake it good to great. And you say it, Quest. You say it better than me, man.
Stay focused.
All right, y'all. Quest got to move.
Yeah. But before I go, I'm just going to shout our peoples out, man. Jake said, real talk, do those things not expecting sex and watch what happens. Yep. No doubt, man. Like, for real, I'm going to say it, D, like, for real. You really do have to eliminate selfishness and pride and, like, for real, operate with maturity. You are in a thing called marriage, right? Yeah. And as it relates to the topic today, like, for real, find out what your husband likes or doesn't like. Seal up the gaps and don't keep him, like, for real. Don't even create the opportunity for him to look in a particular direction. Guys, like, for real, find out what your wife likes and what she don't likes. Like for real, there are specifics. There's something that you do like with this thing called sex. Find out what it is from your wife. Seal up the gaps and do the things that she likes. Talk about it. Why? I don't understand. You in a relationship, you married, and you doing it. You got kids running all over the place, but y'all ain't talking about it. Yeah. But anyway, let me shout out some of my peoples because I gotta go and pick. You know what I'm saying? Go and get my boo. You know what I'm saying, D? Yeah. Shouts out to Glenn P. Brooks, man, my mellow, who came through today, man. Much love to Glenn P. Dwight Hines, Raleigh stand up. He came through today. Isaiah, Nicole Davis, Foundation in the building. You know what I'm saying? Jake Strickland Strong. Yep, my girl Tasha. You know what I'm saying? Who else came through?
A lot, man. I'm gonna shout them out. You go ahead, man. I'm gonna just run it real quick, and you do your thing, man. Because I didn't know you had that schedule today. So go.
Yes, indeed, man. Love y'all, man. Part 2 next week.
Yeah, looks like it. We're gonna have to. Yeah, part 2 next week.
Yeah, no doubt.
There you go.
No doubt. Well, let me run it.
Doing it right. You need a part 2, Quest.
Oh yeah.
Quote me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, y'all.
Y'all don't hang up. Y'all don't hang.
Yeah. Just boo, I'm on the way.
Boo.
I'm finna go salt her egg. Can I say that?
Son, I'm about to disconnect your video. I'm gonna hit the button on you. Just go ahead. Do it so I don't have to do it. Please. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and shout the rest of y'all out because Quest had to move. Isaiah, what you walked into, you didn't see the graphic, bro? We weren't playing with it today. I've been trying to get Quest, for us to be able to deal with this for a little while. So we ready to go. And eventually Simone and I'll get there. She said she ready on the Grown and Married program, but I know she gonna start blushing, and that's me saying that. I'm gonna give her a little time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Faye, no problem. I sent them your way. No problem. Chris Ann, what's up? Yeah, hit the replay, like Dwight said. So let's see. Who else did we miss? Of course, you already said Nikki. Frenchie, what's up? And looks like we basically got through the list. I know there's a woman that we grew up with. I don't know your right name, CH10. But I know we grew up together. So what's up? And it looks like we basically got through the list. Looks like Craig, what up? And that would be about it. Those are only people that I see in the list that we missed a little earlier. If we did miss you, charge it to our head and not our heart. We'll catch y'all on the next joint. And holla at you. What up, Wayne? We'll holla at y'all on the rebound. Hit that replay. And don't have your kids in the room because I don't think it's appropriate for your children. It's not X-rated, but it's not child-rated either. All right? So catch y'all on the rebound next time. And I guess I'm going to say that to myself. What happened to peace? Let's see. I can't do this by myself. That's a little weird. But all right.